Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name's Debbie and this is my crafty den. This is where I share my love of paper crafting and everything to do with my planners and journaling, as well as my newest obsession with diamond painting. So if you enjoy any of these things as well, then go ahead and hit the subscribe button and stick around for a while. And if you click on the bell icon, YouTube will notify you when I post a new video. So today's project is a paper crafting trio, I think. I'll call it just a little paper crafting trio. So I bought these little packs of 6x6 cardstock sheets from Dollarama a week ago, and they're so cute. I bought 2 packages of them. So I decided I wanted to use the lemon themed papers from the first package and create something. Didn't know what it was, and as I started going through my stash, I realized that I don't have any lemon themed bits. So I wondered, just using the lemon themed paper, could I kind of make a lemonade themed set of paper crafting projects? So I did find this yellow crepe paper, a roll of the yellow crepe paper left over from last year's Easter projects, and with just a few little odds and ends and a couple buttons, I decided that that was enough, that I could do it. I needed small paper crafting projects, so I decided to do some Memorydex cards. So the first one, let's take these out. I decided to make a Memorydex card with a pocket. So I will show how I did this card, and I'll do that. So I've got this one with the pocket. I added a little crepe paper rosette with a lemon. I fussy cut out the lemon from the papers and added the little ribbon underneath the lemon. And then I've got the little jar of lemonade just tucked in there. And so it's a very simple Memorydex card. I did stitch around the pocket. So you can see, I think you can see the stitching on that. So I did that one. And then in the other set, I did just a very simple pocket stitched around the 3 sides, put the word lemons on here. Now the lemonade on this one and the lemons on here are just the alpha stickers from Dollar Tree. Another little rosette, just a crepe paper rosette. Those are so easy to make, guys. And I just fussy cut out another little jar of lemonade and stuck it in there. So I have the 2 of those. Then I decided to add a bookmark. So this was pretty simple. I just glued back to back 2 of the lemonade themed papers. Then I took the crepe paper and I stitched it down the middle, and I just pushed it up with my finger as I was going so that it was gathered. So it's just sewn down the middle. That's how it's attached. I added a little jar of lemonade here and a couple of little rhinestones, and then this little trinket thing from my box of junk, basically. And that is just how easy it was to do that little bookmark. And then I decided on doing a paper clip embellishment. So because the paper was one-sided, I cut it at 1.5 inches, and I just did the full 6-inch length. I cut it at 1.5 inches and then dovetailed. Then I used the crepe paper to put in the center so that when I folded it a little bit here, I didn't get the white showing. I didn't want the white to show. So yeah, so I'll take you through. This one, of course, is the same as the other one. And again, and all I did in these was just put an old vintage button on there and used it for a little embellishment to hold the banner on. So I did a little bunting style banner from the crepe paper. So there's 2 little sets that I created, and I will show you the little video, and I'll try to shorten it down so it doesn't take very long, and you'll be able to make one of these for yourself. So the first thing that I did was cut my papers to size, and for a Memorydex card that's 4 inches wide and anywhere from 3 inches to 3.5, 4 inches tall. So I did them one-sided and decided I wanted to back them with a different color of the paper or a different patterned paper. So I just glued my pieces on and trimmed around with my scissors. Then I took them to the sewing machine and stitched around them. But I didn't stitch across the bottom because that's where I knew my trimmer for my Memorydex punch wouldn't go through the stitching. So I decided to add pockets, and on this one I am trimming out around the stitching from the sewing machine, and then I will just glue the pocket right onto the front of the card. So a very simple little pocket. Then I fussy cut out some of the little mason jars with the lemonade in them. I wanted to be able to use these just for little add-ins. It was time to repunch those holes, so I did that on both the cards, and this is why you don't sew across the bottom. And then I wanted to add my words on here. So these stickers weren't very sticky and they wouldn't go down where I had stitched across. So I added a little glue to those first ones when I put them down. And these ones didn't show up enough on this darker paper. So using my acrylic paint pen, I just added some highlighting around the letters. This is all really simple, just really simple stuff. You stick something down, you don't like the way it looks, so you just play with it, guys. Have some fun with them. Though I needed something, so rosettes. The easiest thing to make with this crepe paper, which was the only thing that I had basically in yellow, was a little rosette. So that's what I did. You just push it in with your finger in the center all the way around until you have a full circle, and then just grab your stapler. I have the Tim Holtz Tiny Attacher, and that's what I did. I dropped it, so I had to go around again. I actually punched it before I went all the way around so I wouldn't drop it again. The fingers don't work the way they used to. So I just trim them around with the scissors to get them to be a round rosette because, well, you know me, they're never round when I'm done. So I put a little lemon in there, and on afterthought, I should have actually maybe cut out a line and put on there so it would have showed up a little bit better, but I was going with the lemon theme, so I added a couple Stickles dots to the one side of this rosette on the lemon, just to give it a little bit of sparkle. And then I moved on to making bookmarks. So I make my bookmarks with the 6-inch paper. I do them 1.5 inches wide because it just, it just gives good dimensions with the 6-inch paper. Glue the two papers together back to back. And then I did round the corners, yeah. I rounded the corners. I was going to put some stickles on, but I wasn't sure. So I took them to the sewing machine and I added the lemon yellow ruffle down the side instead. The bright yellow was just looking so pretty with these papers. So these little embellishments that I found in my junk box have a little word on them. I don't even know where I got them. They're just left over from something else. But I used some E6000 to stick them down because they're kind of a hard plastic, like a shiny plastic. And I didn't have the right glue to put them down. So E6000 works for everything. So these little banners, 1.5 inch wide paper. When you lay it down on the crepe paper roll, the crepe paper just sticks out a little bit. Then when you do your dovetail, just trim it so that the yellow shows a little bit around the edge, and you're all good to go. Now fold these a little bit crooked so that they're offset. Slip them on your paper clip. You can glue these. I just decided to throw a staple on them. It's just quick and easy. Doesn't come off that way. And then I needed an embellishment, so half a rosette makes a little banner. I had to trim it to size though. Stapled that on as well, and then cover the staple with a little, this is one of those pearl buttons. It had a shank back, but I just took my cutters and cut the shank off. And then this was just a little clear vintage button that I had. So that's all it took to make these two little sets. Some dollar store paper, guys. $1.25. There's tons of this paper left over. I really only used 4 or 5 sheets of it. And I have these cute little racks to be able to stuff in an envelope and send to somebody to brighten their day. So leave a comment down below to let me know if you like these little projects. What would you do with a 6x6 inch paper pad and not very many embellishment items to go with them? I think I did okay considering. So use what you have fun with it, and until the next one, everybody stay safe and stay well. And bye-bye for now.